LMFAO, they're brutal. Wait, this is about the decline of LMFAO? Bro, these guys were awesome. Dude, these guys were great. I love these guys. Remember I'm in Miami, bitch?
They were the most iconic musical duo of the early 2010s.
Yeah.
The wild hair, the lensless glasses, and the bizarre outfits, mixed with a bright, overly saturated color scheme, helped to generate a combined 4 billion views across their 4 most popular music videos, in the process making LMFAO an almost unforgettable act.
They were great. Like, I love these guys. These guys were hilarious.
Time, however, the two members of the group hated each other. Redfoo and Sky Blue feuded publicly on Facebook, became involved in lawsuits, were berated and destroyed by the media, all while each of their careers died a silent, slow death in the background, with failed project after failed project following their peak in 2011. The story of LMFAO is a brutal warning about the risks of going into business with a family member, because, as you may or may not know, the group began as an uncle-nephew duo. Redfoo, being the uncle and older of the two by approximately 11 years, had been born into the music world, with his father being the incredibly rich and famous Berry Gordy, who founded Motown Records, which signed artists such as Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson. With
God damn, I didn't fucking know that. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah, I had no idea. Damn, yeah, pay to win. Yeah.
Sky Blue being the 11-year younger nephew of Redfoo, and therefore also being in the same family.
You're actually part of a very famous family.
Yes.
And that is?
The Gordys.
The Gordys.
It's safe to say that the two were in an advantageous position from the very beginning. However, this certainly didn't guarantee success for either of the two family members. In 1997, at the age of 22, Redfoo released his first studio album titled Balance Beam, which, according to the Discogs website, sold only 44 copies. In an interview from 2002, over 5 years after the release of his first album, it appeared as though Redfoo was still somewhat confused about the direction in which his life was going.
I'm doing some stand-up comedy. I'm doing some music, I'm doing some rapping, but for the first time in my life, I'm trying to just build myself.
Yet at around the same point in time,
it's like, listen, sometimes you're not gonna win right off the bat. Like, he tried to put out a record, he tried to put himself out there, it didn't work, man. Like, you can't laugh at the dude for that. At least he's trying to put himself out there.
Redfoo and his nephew Sky Blue seem to have subscribed to the popular self-help movement known as The Secret, believing that if they simply envision themselves as big DJs, the path to such a position would reveal itself as time progressed.
And it started off really with The Secret.
The Secret, the motivational
thing,
video.
We really saw that putting out there what we want is going to come back.
With the goal of becoming big DJs now established, that impulsively...
I don't think that's entirely wrong. Like, I don't. I think that, like, for example, if like, you should not act like you're trying to put on a good show. It's like, it's true. It's not like some, like, fucking, I'm gonna manifest a triceratops until it's in my backyard. I'm gonna manifest this fucking dinosaur so goddamn hard, they're gonna think Jurassic Park was real. No, obviously that's not how it works. However, I do think thinking as if you're gonna work hard and you know, like, as if you're trying to put yourself in that position, I think that's a good thing. Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Decided to form LMFAO whilst at a family Christmas party.
One day we were at this Christmas party at the family crib at my grandfather's house. He's like, yo, we should form a group together.
Also mentioning that they originally planned on calling themselves Sexy Dudes, yet decided to go with LMFAO, fearing that Sexy Dudes might result in judgment from their grandmother. Subsequently, Redfoo and Sky Blue began to live what they described to be the party.
Bro, like, grandma acts the fucking band name. Like, that's some straight up fucking... That's some good shit. Grandma said, no, y'all not doing that.
Rock lifestyle, DJing 3 nights per week at random clubs across Los Angeles, whilst working on improving their music during the daytime.
We were just living this lifestyle, which was, you know, party rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, we went and did clubs 3 times a week, and people didn't know who we were, didn't know our music, and we just get up there, yo, what up, we LMFAO. We were partying every night. We're performing, and every night. If not, we're creating something, we're making something. To me, that whole time just felt like one long party.
This is where LMFAO's family connections came into play. Redfoo and will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas had conveniently been friends since high school, and by 2009, Redfoo and his cousin had been creating music for over 10 years, giving LMFAO enough skill and experience to land a major record deal through will.i.am. Subsequently, he and Sky Blue would release bangers such as Yes and I'm in Miami, at which point they'd fully embodied
I'm in Miami, bitch. I remember whenever this shit came out, I loved this song. Yeah, I remember that, dude. That was like 2010, 2009, yeah.
idea that success happens not at all, then all at once. Yes went certified gold in the United States, boasting over 500,000 sales, whilst I'm in Miami peaked top 50 in the charts throughout the United States, the UK, Canada, and Australia. The extreme popularity of these two songs caught the attention of David Guetta, who would feature them on his song Getting Over You alongside Fergie, which has over 250 million views to this day. Yet, the music seemed like only half of what made LMFAO so iconic. A large portion of their skill seemed to lie in their memorable style and branding. You could tell that the members of LMFAO were just these two Los Angeles bozos.
What's your favorite thing about Los Angeles? The women.
Who had a genuine passion for partying and making others dance. Everything about them was just...
Yeah, and that's the best thing. It's like, yeah, people thought that it was like a legit thing. You know, they live the life.
So authentic. Their wacky style and carefree attitude felt effortless and unapologetic. Yeah. Every other DJ seemed to be trying so hard to look cool or suave, yet LMFAO was so comfortable in making a fool of themselves for the entertainment of others, as if they were mixing comedy into their music.
Exactly.
However, this approach certainly wasn't appreciated by everyone. In June 2011, LMFAO released their most infamous album titled Sorry for Party Rocking, which would receive a 0 out of 10 review from NME, which included a statement reading, "LMFAO understood the pain they were inflicting on the world and did it anyway. That's a horrifying thought. Even Lucifer had good intentions." The Guardian...
That's fucked up. Oh my god. Was it really that bad? The album substance? I don't remember if I downloaded this one or not.
Would give it Sorry for Party Rocking a slightly better review at 1 out of 5 stars. However, if anything, these reviews were simply proof that taste is subjective, as the songs within this album would go on to become some of the most popular in pop music history.
See, that's the thing, bro. It's like, I was about to say this. Like, these guys were fucking everywhere. So you got these, like, snobs, these, like, music people, like, oh, man, you know, if you're not listening to, you know, Dead Kennedys and fucking MF Doom, like, you don't know anything about music. Bro, like, let's be honest. Like, these guys were fucking huge. They were really, really popular, man.
As mentioned in the beginning, the 4 most viewed songs on the album, Party Rock Anthem, Champagne Showers, Sorry for Party Rocking, and Sexy and I Know It, boast a combined total of 4 billion views here on YouTube, while on the Billboard Greatest of All Time Hot 100 Songs, Party Rock Anthem still sits at rank number 7 over 10 years later. However, while on the surface it seemed as though everything was going incredibly well for LMFAO, nobody could tell that behind the scenes, the relationship between the two members was beginning to deteriorate. The beef between Redfoo and Sky Blue began in early 2012 after Sky Blue would injure his back during a live Super Bowl performance alongside Madonna.
During the Super Bowl, my disc slipped when I was performing. And so as soon as I went down that little elevator, I collapsed and I couldn't even watch the rest of the show or anything.
This injury meant that Sky Blue couldn't continue on with the tour or possibly even make music at all, meaning Redfoo had to perform the tour by himself while Sky Blue recovered from his injury.
Was food there for you during that time period, on your healing process?
No, he's doing his thing, you know what I mean? He was really focused on what he needed to do. The tour kept going, and then I just had to go home, and you know, and everybody kept doing the Party Rock and kept doing the LMFAO without me.
As a result, Sky Blue wasn't paid for the tour.
Did you still get paid though?
Hey, look, I don't...
So that's some fucked up shit. Like, I could understand... I could easily understand him saying, like, listen, like, I've got to keep going. Like, we've got to keep the ball rolling. You know, we're big, we're huge, we're like one of the biggest acts in America right now. I have to keep going, bro. You're going to be okay. Just chill, take it easy. But, like, not giving them the money, that's fucked up. That part is fucked up, especially in the context of the fact that their grandpa, bruh, he signed Michael Jackson. Neither of them ever need to fucking worry about money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't work, you didn't get paid? Bruh, nuh-uh, that's not how you do it. Somebody gets their shit fucked up, you keep them in the loop. That's the way it goes. He not fucking up his back on purpose to not work. And Stevie Wonder, yeah. Get her to work, you get paid. Yeah.
I wish.
So you got kicked out the group because your back went out.
That's fucked up.
You know, yeah.
Which must have soured their relationship pretty
He's like,
heavily,
nah,
as
yeah.
after the tour concluded, Sky Blue and Redfoo wouldn't speak to each other for over a year.
After
That's
my
horrible.
my back went out, you know, I didn't speak to Fu for a year. Me and Fu didn't talk for a year.
That's fucked up.
You didn't talk on the like Happy Merry Christmas,
Did he
motherfucker?
text you?
Nothing.
It became even worse when news outlets began to catch wind.
That's brutal, man. Like it's like nah, yeah, though. Yeah, musicians there and not pay leave. They chose the life, bro. He didn't chose the life. His fucking his family member chose that for him. Like it's not about you chose that life. Nah, your family member chose this shit for you. Like that's not it at all. That's awful. Yeah, that's his family, man. Would you pay Misk if he broke his back though? I mean, fuck him, dude. I mean, look, that's different. Okay.
Of the conflict. One article written by E! News in April 2012, approximately 2 months after the back injury, read, "The New York Post reported yesterday that the Grammy-nominated rappers are fighting, apparently over the cash they've made from their catchy tunes, including the #1 hits Party Rock Anthem and Sexy and I Know It,
That's
and are on
sad.
the verge of going their separate
That's so
ways."
sad.
The two LMFAO members would shut these rumors down in an article written by Rolling Stone titled "LMFAO Break Up Rumors Completely False," which stated, "In a conference call with reporters on Wednesday, the duo dismissed the speculation as merely a byproduct of their rising fame. It's completely false. We're family at the end of the day. Blood is stronger than anything," said Sky Blue, alluding to the
Apparently
fact
not.
that he is Redfoo's nephew. "Sky might be doing a DJ set in South America and I might be in Vegas, and they'll say, oh, they're doing separate things. How can we make a story out of that?" said Redfoo. "We have to be smart enough to recognize it's all a game, keep executing our vision, and turn this world into a party planet." While this response from Redfoo and Sky Blue sounded quite authentic, only 5 months later the two would make a different statement confirming that LMFAO was officially coming to an end.
I think the reason why people like them is that they actually just were two goofballs from LA that like to party. Because like, I mean, really, you go back at the old tapes and it's like, that's pretty much what they did, right? It's like before they were famous, like they were just goofballs that wanted to fuck around. It's like, yeah, the music was okay, but I mean, they're likable, you know? They were the original Island Boys. Bro, that's some fucked up shit to say. No, I actually, like, as I said, I like these guys. I thought they were great. But, like, honestly, the fact that, like, he didn't get the money, like, that is some fucked up shit. The rest of it is, like, all understandable. But that is just, oh, man.
Discussing
That's
the
so
relationship of
fucked
the
up.
duo, Redfoo would state, "I think we naturally just started hanging with two different sets of people, two different crowds, but we're always family. He'll always be my nephew, I'll always be his uncle. I feel like we've been doing this for so long, 5 or 6 years, and we're kind of like saying, well, let's just do what's natural and just kind of explore that instead of like forcing it all the time." In video interviews, Redfoo would reinforce that he and Sky Blue had simply grown apart.
Two people just grow. You grow and we kind of grew into our own individuals, and we just wanted to do so many things.
Yet shortly thereafter, Sky Blue would write a Facebook status directed at Redfoo, implying that their split wasn't so amicable. "I've been wanting to
Damn, that's fucking brutal.
speak my truth about this whole LMFAO situation for a long time.
See, this is why you fucking keep people in the loop, even if they have some real shit go down. Is because they're gonna fucking turn around and they're gonna make you a problem. They're gonna be a problem for you. I guarantee you, think about it like this. Fucking both of them would have way more fucking money if he had just given them the half and they had kept performing together. And that's a fact. Because they could have kept bringing out more party rock anthems, more I'm in Miami bitches. And it's like, yeah, the songs were not like the greatest thing ever. But you know what? People liked them. People listened to them. It was on the radio. That's it. And like, yeah, it's like, so think about how much money that cost him in the long run. That's what it is. The relationship was worth $200 million. Yeah, that's what happened.
Of respect to my family, I kept it all to
And now they're not
myself. The way you
famous.
belittle people and your crazy power trips were some of the main reasons our relationship as family and partnership has greatly suffered.
brutal.
My back went out right before a big arena show. You went out and performed, but then just left on the tour bus without seeing me.
Yeah.
In fact, you didn't speak to me after that for about a year, which is around the time you announced our hiatus.
It's like what do you think? He threw his back out on purpose? You think he's trying to fuck himself up on purpose on stage at the Super Bowl? People are too short-sighted. Yeah, you don't see what's going to happen. That's sad.
Someone who really cared, loved, and had your back, this really hurt. I mean, you're my uncle, my blood. You even kept touring as LMFAO and made a lot of money doing it. You never once called me to ask me how I was recovering. You just kept shuffling every day without me. I really loved you. I looked up to you, man. But the more successful we got, the more you wanted control. Possibly spotting a weakness in the duo, LMFAO would then be presented with a $7 million lawsuit by their former management, as well as another lawsuit by Rick Ross, who claimed that their line, "Every Day I'm Shuffling," had been copied from his 2006 song titled "Every Day I'm Hustling."
That's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, I'm sorry, like, that is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. Honestly, Rick Ross thought they stole that shit? And like, what, you can't do two things every day? Like, did he sue Jake Paul? It's every day, bro. That's what I was thinking. Grow up, man. Like, shut the fuck up, Rick Ross.
Interestingly, throughout the lawsuit, Rick Ross would get further insight into the reason behind LMFAO's split. Further, Ross says Sky trashed his uncle in a deposition, where he said the real reason LMFAO broke up was Redfoo's refusal to keep him in the loop.
Exactly.
With LMFAO breaking up and being sued, Redfoo and Sky Blue's only logical path was to continue as solo artists, only this didn't exactly go as planned.
Bro, because like, if the thing is, like, if you're going and you have like the whole idea of like, oh man, like, it's like I'm partying, you know, and like that vibe, that's a vibe that you make that is like that's like something you bounce off somebody else with, right? Like, you don't do that solo. Yeah, you don't do that solo. It's like there's a lot of people, it's like it's not Simon or Garfunkel, it's Simon and Garfunkel, right? Like, that's what it is. Most of the time, that's what happens. Like, a lot of times, like, whenever artists break out, like, you have people like Justin Timberlake was in NSYNC and he did his own fucking thing, right? Andrew WK, yeah. But, like, he always was interacting with people and doing shit with people. That was the first guy I was thinking of, right? Is, like, maybe the closest parallel in terms of, like, vibes. Harry Styles, yeah. It's like, I don't think he's ever going to be as big as One Direction was. Like, no shot. John Lennon, yeah. The Beatles, yeah. Well, what's this here? Justin Timberlake bought MySpace? Yeah. Beyonce was in Destiny's Child? Yeah. I mean, sometimes it does happen, but most of the time it doesn't.
Such a success in LMFAO,
so?
and then going
bigger?
to a
Really?
club, and then there's like
God
20
damn.
people there because Sky Blue's coming,
I didn't
not
know that.
LMFAO.
As mentioned, Sky Blue went from selling out arenas as LMFAO to having 20 people show up to his shows as a solo artist. He released 2 singles in the year after LMFAO's breakup, each of which performing reasonably with around 2 million views each on YouTube, yet this was basically all of the success that Sky Blue was able to achieve as a solo artist. His career would fizzle out in the 3 years that followed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that bring out you know, like, music and it gets like a few million views per song, right? I mean, like, that's not awful, right? It's really not. Like, that's great, but it's not on the level that they were at, where it was like national big dick level. I can't believe everyone even goes see them as a duo. I feel like they're just an opening act, bro. Like, this is what happened to me if I broke up with Elena. Yeah, true, Nick. True. It's like you wish this is all that would happen. I bet. Holy shit. Half a star review? No, as I said, I thought that the first, you know, their stuff was good.
His final piece of music being released in late 2016 before he disappeared from the music industry. And while this marked the cold, bitter end of Sky Blue's career, Redfoo, being the more famous of the two, had substantially more success as a solo artist, but only in the beginning. He'd initially landed a position as a judge on X Factor Australia, in the process dropping songs such as That New Thing and Let's Get Ridiculous, each of which going platinum in sales, whilst both cracking the 100 million view mark here on YouTube. However, alongside these 2 incredibly popular tracks, Redfoo would also feature on a song titled Literally I Can't, which would unravel much of the success that he had built as a solo artist. The song, which according to one article follows a group of sorority girls who are pressured into drinking and dancing, was labeled as misogynistic by countless different news outlets, prompting—
See, like, that's pretty bad, you know what I mean? It's like, we always talk about, like, I mean, that's a lot. Literally I can't, like, that's a bit much, you know what I mean? Like, that's a rookie mistake, cancel alert. Well, the thing is, like, you talk about somebody getting canceled. I don't know, like, getting girls drunk and trying to get them to do stuff whenever they're drunk, like, bro, that's some fucking, like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, that's cringe as shit, man. It's pathetic. It's fucked up. It's like people, it reminds me of like people that like, I don't know if I even want to make this analogy. People are going to probably take it the wrong way. But it's like people in like video games that try to kill people that aren't trying to play, right? It's because they can't do it on their own on a fair playing field. And so they have to like get somebody drunk. That way they can get what they want. It's the same thing. Like it's just fucking weird, man. I'm not a fan of that at all. It's some nasty shit. Yeah. It's short. Yeah. Another example of short-sightedness. Yeah.
A response from Redfoo, who would state, another example of critics victimizing an artist by purposely misinterpreting his/her work to support a pre-existing agenda, hashtag literally I can't, which will create a rift between him and his audience, with Twitter responses such as, dude, you've got a video of bros victimizing a group of women because they don't feel safe drinking with them. No, this isn't victimizing. You're a blatant example of extreme misogynistic behavior. Whatever made you think those lyrics were okay? He's sexist and he knows it. Others would go so far as to create a petition stating that Redfoo shouldn't be rehired on the next season of X Factor, which went on to receive over 23,000 signatures. Incredibly, the petitions...
It's like, I don't see why, like, for example, whenever I piss people off, whenever I say something, I will usually say, like, yeah, I can see why people be mad about this, right? For, like, many things. It's like, you don't really lose anything if you can be like, yeah, I don't think it's a big deal, but, like, I can see why people are mad. You know what I mean? Like, 23,000? Wait, what was 23,000 again? What he did was stupid, but fuck, I hate cancel culture. Bro, like, there's sometimes people do something and, like, people just don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, people, it just rubs people the wrong way. It's not necessarily, like, cancel culture or anything like that. It's just, people just don't like it. It's weird. And also, like, this is another example. Like I said, like, oh, it's cancel culture, bro. Like, what do you mean it's cancel culture? Like, that's just some fucking, like, that's some... I wouldn't say it's, like... I don't know if that's, like, really against the law. But, I mean, I know it can be in certain situations.
He knows it. Others would go so far as to create a petition stating that Redfoo shouldn't be rehired on the next season of X Factor, which went on to receive over 23,000 signatures. Incredibly, the petition's request became a reality only a few months later, when Redfoo was ultimately fired from the show. He'd get another shot on television after being invited to compete on Dancing with the Stars, only to be eliminated in the very first round. Yet being booted from X Factor and being eliminated on Dancing with the Stars was nothing compared to the reality check that Redfoo would receive after he'd released a brand new album in 2016 titled Party Rock Mansion. The album was dubbed...
And this is another problem you got with all the party rocking stuff, right? Is that a lot of people... It's like whenever you're party rocking and you're 26, everything is fucking lit, man. It's perfect. Like, the world is exactly where it needs to be. But whenever you're party rocking and you're 39, it just gives off a different vibe. You know what I mean? It's like too old already. No, that's what everyone was out. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a different fucking vibe. And it's like, yeah, you do have people like Johnny Depp or like Keith Richards. You know, these are people who are professional party rockers. But most other people, they grow out of it. And it's just like the way that you do it is different. You know what I mean? 144. Yeah, it sold 144 copies. That's bad.
Commercial failure after it would sell a miserable 144 copies in Australia for a number 172 debut, which was especially terrible as Redfoo had counted Australia as one of his most successful territories. The lackluster performance of the album seemed to indicate to Redfoo that his music career was coming to an end, as he'd only create a handful of songs in the 2 years following the poor release of Party Rock Mansion, creating his final song in February 2018 before also disappearing from the music industry. In countless interviews from before the pair disappeared, both Redfoo and Sky Blue seemed pretty confident.
I feel bad for the guy for having that happen, but the fact is, like, you did that shit to yourself, man. You cut your nephew out, man. You cut him out. You fucking, like, you didn't even go to see him. Like, this is all on you. Like, I feel like this is one of those examples. It's like, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, we didn't hear his side of things, so, like, maybe it's different. But, like, this video, this is like, he is 100% wrong. Like, straight up, he's 100% wrong. The other guy, like, fucking Sky Blue did fucking nothing wrong. Yeah, like, just, why would you do that? Like, this is straight up own goal, man. Do you think Redfoo and Sky Blue are their gamer tags? I think there's a really good chance of that.
That at some point they'd get back together for an LMFAO reunion.
Will Sky Blue and Redfoo ever get together and make another LMFAO project? Is that even possible based on where you at now?
I believe so.
Yet, for obvious reasons as outlined...
That's fucking sad, because like, even after all this, he still held out hope that, you know, maybe one day, like, he'll be able to chill with his uncle again, you know, and make music together. Like, I feel so bad for him. That's so sad. That's actually so fucking sad. Fuck.
It doesn't seem like this will be happening
Shuffle one
anytime
last
soon.
time. Fuck, bro. Like, that's depressing, man. Oh my god, dude, James Charles. Like, I gotta... Dude, James Charles. Where is that shit?
Obvious reasons as...
Oh, that one. His career is basically over. Never apologize. Yeah, you never fucking apologize. That's it. One last shuffle. Yeah, man. We gotta watch. We gonna watch that the fucking Final Fantasy thing. Okay. Like, maybe we got time after that. We watch it. But overall, I just feel I feel bad for Sky Blue, man. I really do. That fucking sucks, bro. Like, that actually fucking sucks. To like. It just, yeah, it just sucks. Like, that's all I can say. Like, it just straight up fucking sucks.